Talkin Rattlers.
And welcome, Rattler Nation, to another edition of Talking Rattlers, where the banter is never out of season. Joe Rodriguez here with David Tovar, here to talk Rattlers once again. David, let's go ahead. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about some women's volleyball. What did we see out of the team this weekend?
We had two games, one on Thursday, one home and breaks a school record, and then on Saturday, the whole team breaks a kind of a losing streak against St. Edwards in their 3-1 victory on Saturday. So many Rattlers were impressed with Joe, and we're kind of in the net right now. We're right there. They're actually next to us, warming up, practicing. Hopefully we're on the way or get spiked or hit with the aces and kills.
Yeah, but we've been practicing a little bit, so I think we'll be just fine. But that's right, the Rattlers splitting both their district games, so coming out a bit of a slow start to the season, not what they wanted, but a young team still building chemistry and obviously looking very strong going into the remainder of the year. And always, exciting to see them get that win against St. Edwards.
Indeed, growing pains as you mentioned, but I mean it's a good way to kickstart their way into conference. Big win over Heartland Conference rival, the eternal rival, Battle of the Saints. Got the victory on Saturday, as we've mentioned, 3-1. So many players looking impressive. I've always been impressed with Kelsey Huber. She's in mid-season form. And you got Holman. You interviewed her on Saturday. Record-breaking performance this week. She's been terrific this year.
And also the return of Michaela Bass, important as she came back from her concussion. Good to see her back out there and being effective for our Rattlers. Let's go on ahead. Let's move to women's and men's soccer. They're both going to be on the road this week. They're heading to McMurray. They'll both play on Friday. David, what have you been seeing out of the men's side to start the season?
Got to catch the men this week over at Arleta Lake. Hopefully, rumor has it, hopefully our last time over at Arleta Lake. They've been great to us, but I want to see that park. The men, more growing pains as we continue that trend, but Jack Will's been terrific. Bajaro, really impressive in the midfielder. He's been terrific, and of course his team just coming together. I like what I'm seeing, and bold prediction here, when they get back to the park, look for them to pick it up.
All right, and then on the women's side, of course, a bit of a slow spurt for them as well, dropping their last three, but still the team leading the conference in goals and saves. And of course, Casparita so far very impressive on the season. She looks to chase down the all-time goals record.
Yeah, their offense sputtering a little bit as we're getting further along in the season. They still lead the conference in goals, and they still got Katie Casparita's leg, so that can get going at any time. Love what I'm seeing out of the defense. Injury. Ashland. Much against popular belief. Soccer, a contact sport.
Yes, of course. Well, we'll go on ahead. We'll take a break. Head on over to the second segment. I'm Joe Rodriguez. He's David Tovar. You're watching Talkin Rattlers.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Rattler fans, welcome back to Talking Rattlers, where the banter is never out of season. Back and better than ever. Joe Rodriguez, David Tovar. Joe, so much going on. If you haven't had the chance to come out here to Bill Green Arena, check out the beautiful facility and our games. We got so much cool stuff going on. We got the video boards going at 100 miles an hour. We have new promotions. We got some fun games. We're just trying it out here, Joe.
Yeah, it's tons of fun. You can come out, be one of the contestants during the games in between them. And a lot of fun, all part of the brand new Rattler network that we are bringing to you.
And that network extending past rattlerathletics.com. It's also right here live, in-game, on the court, prizes, giveaways, a lot of fun. So come join the Rumba. It's our plug for our friends at the Rowdy Rattlers. And the interaction doesn't stop at the game. It also continues on Facebook, facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. On Twitter, Joe, you follow us.
Yeah, of course, at St. Mary's Rattlers.
And on Instagram, you got an Instagram? You a fan of Instagram?
Yes, Instagram at St. Mary's Rattlers.
You a fan of Selfie Sunday?
Oh, I love Selfie Sunday. And Follow Friday, of course, on Twitter.
Flashback Fridays, Throwback Thursday. I need to participate more in that. But you can definitely participate with us. Hashtag Rattler Nation at St. Mary's Rattlers on Instagram. And we got something brand new coming, hopefully this week, rattlergear.com.
That's right, where you can buy all your favorite Rattler gear. We've seen the new jerseys. They all look tremendous. definitely going to pick one up for myself.
Yeah.
And then also remember to follow us at rattlerathletics.com, where you can follow all the write-ups of the games, and of course the commentaries by David Tovar here on Tovar Steak, and myself, a cup of Joe, coming next week if all goes well.
Yeah, I'll be having some Starbucks while we're eating a cup of Joe.
That's right.
I think it's a match made in heaven, like you and I.
Oh, thank you.
All right, well, I think after the Love Fest, I think anything else we need to cover.
No, I think that's great. Let's wrap on up.
RattlerAthletics.com. For Joe Rodriguez, I'm David Tovar, Chad Peters, Robin Johnson, Brian Maglione. Behind the scenes, this has been another presentation of Rattler Network. Talking Rattlers, where the banter is never out of season.
Take care.